Hi guys, this is Shah over here, and in this video I'll be discussing about a structured approach to problem solving. हम basically यूनिवर्सिटी में हो, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में हो या कॉलेज में हो, wherever we are encountered with number of problems. What we lack is a structured approach to solve these problems. Problems basically हमारे पास आते हैं basically when we have to solve them at that very moment, and there are these problems when we have a certain amount of time to solve them. So अगर आपको basically एक structure पता है कि how to tackle these problems, you will be able to basically understand the patterns जिसमें ये problems हम पास आते हैं. Problems जब आप basically what structure means that you have a number of steps to solving these problems. Basically इसमें जो मैंने structure बनाया है और what I have read is the ASA TSO model. So what does ASA and TSO means? So with A means the action, the S means the stakeholders, the tools, T stands for toolkit, and A is for your basically approach, S stands for the strengths that you have, and last is the opportunities. So ASA and TSO model. So ASA TSO model basically क्या होता है? ASA basically action. The first word is action. What are the action that you need to take to solve these problems? अभी आप इसमें क्या करते हो? इसमें basically आपके पास जो भी problem है, आप brainstorm करते हो अगर किसी के साथ कर रहे हो, which is actually very good and recommended. If you're trying to solve a problem, you need to have a good team. अगर कोई दोस्त है, यूनिवर्सिटी है, ग्रुप स्टडी कर रहे हो, if you are in a professional life, you have your co-workers with you, or you may have a team that you're working on that solving that certain problem. So the action is basically you need to write down or list down the number of action that needs to be taken. After that comes the stakeholders basically कौन कौन उस प्रॉब्लम में इन्वॉल्व है, उस प्रॉब्लम की सोल्यूशन से किस किस को फायदा होगा. So all those stakeholders you need to write them down from in front of the action. So you have these actions that need to be taken to solve that problem. Then the second is the stakeholders. After action and after stakeholders comes basically the approach. What is your approach to solving this problem? What you will be doing? So approach में basically दो चीजें आती हैं. एक quantitative, basically quantitative means that you will be getting a certain number which will be tangible, और दूसरा होता है conceptual, which conceptual means the answer will be non tangible. For example, अगर आप कोई मार्केटिंग कैंपेन चला रहे हो, सो कौन से कस्टमर आपकी मार्केटिंग कैंपेन से जो है अट्रैक्ट होंगे, विच इज टेंजिबल, you don't know, you basically deduce from research which can on a certain sample size, so you don't know whether there's a certain chance of failure as well. And with quantitative you know the exact number. And from quantitative approach comes the convergent, that all ideas will come to a certain number. And the other one is divergent. जब हम conceptual में जाते हैं तो हमारे ideas divergent होते हैं. Basically you can have a number of answers. So this will be your approach. After approach we have the ASA. Now comes the T. T stands for toolkit. What will be the resources that you will have for solving those problems? हमारे पास क्या formulas होंगे? अगर हम basically किसी इंडस्ट्री में हैं तो हमारे पास बजट कंस्ट्रेंट्स क्या हैं, क्या बजट क्या है, या दूसरे किस्म के रिसोर्सेज क्या हैं. So what are the toolkits? Toolkits basically are the resources that you will be having, that you have with you for solving those problem or solving the certain problem. After toolkit, the strengths. So what is the strength that you have? Are you good in solving problems? Are you good in with analysis? Are you good with data? Are you good with other forms? Are you good with research problems? Are you good with convergent problems? Are you good with divergent problems? So what are the strengths that you have or your team members have? So the second last is the strengths, and after the last one is the opportunities. So what are the opportunities that you are getting with solving those problems? So this is the structure approach that you need to have whenever you encounter with a problem. You need to write those down, and you need to have a certain app और एक क्लाउड बेस्ड ऐप वेयर यू सॉल्विंग दिस प्रॉब्लम. इसके बाद होगा ये कि आपके पास एक पैटर्न आ जाएगा कि हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम्स एंड हाउ आर दिस प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व्ड. जब आपका टेम्पलेट आ जाएगा और एक पैटर्न आ जाएगा, यू विल बी मोर easily able to do this at the spur of the moment. You won't be able to write it down, but you'll be able to solve this problem using this technique. Now अब हमारे पास कभी कभार जो होता है, we need to solve this problem then and there. तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि we need to include all of this. So if you are given a certain amount of time, whether in a meeting, whether in a classroom, you're given a problem to solve. So from there you need to have all, you need to have a certain mindset that will come from practice, obviously, that what needs to be taken out from these pool of that structure that we have, where what are the actions suppose we need to solve the problem and then and there. So the first important thing that you need to consider are what are the actions that need to be taken and what are the stakeholders. अगर हमारे पास कोई प्रॉब्लम है that needs long term, अब long term problems जो होंगे basically are very complex. So you need to have all of these tools or all of these processes involved in this problem solving technique. So guys, use the ASA TSO model: the action, stakeholders, approach, toolkit, strength, and opportunities model to solve your problems. After it will be a bit difficult when you're starting, but after you get a used to it, you'll know that it is problem solving will become more efficient and effective for you. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.